Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. And I'll tell you, it's your business to know Robert Massi. He is an attorney out of the Las Vegas. I believe you're out of the Las Vegas area, correct, Bob?
Yes, sir, I am.
Robert, talk about your background. You got a fascinating one: personal injury, business law, real estate law, and then you help handle people's financial futures there as well through wills, trust, and probate. But kind of give us an overview of your practice. And people should be familiar with you, frankly, because you've had a great footprint on the media for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I actually went to law school in Texas down at San Antonio St. Mary's University and lived in Houston off of Allen Parkway when I was young and tender, my friend. But now those days are over.
Yeah.
And I've been practicing law for 34 years in the areas you just said, but also almost 20 years ago now, Kevin, which is hard to believe, I sent a videotape into Fox News in New York when I had read that they were starting a news channel, and I said I was doing local TV in Las Vegas, and lo and behold, I get a call, and I've been very blessed. I've been a legal analyst with the Fox News channel for 19 years, and now I have my own show on Fox News called Bob Massi is the Property Man. It airs on the weekends in Las Vegas Pacific time on Saturdays at 9 o'clock and on Sundays at noon. So we finished the first season, and I just finished shooting the second season in Florida, and that premieres December the 5th, this Saturday on Fox News. So it's going very well.
By the way, what year did you graduate from law school?
Oh, my God, you're aging me, my friend. 1976, the bicentennial, which was yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, I totally get that. The reason why I was asking, I had a great friend who graduated from there quite a few years before you, but I was just curious. His name was Jim Norvell. I doubt if you knew him, though. I think there was, but he was a great attorney, brilliant attorney, in fact.
Great school.
That's all I've ever heard. Hey, talk a little bit about, your focus today. It sounds like you're dealing a lot with property-related issues.
I think what we learned, really, Kevin, I've covered this property issue for Fox and on Fox and Friends, and I've done seminars all over the country. And what we learned in the last literally 7, 8, 9 years is how close the real estate crisis in America crossed over to so many different levels of people in business and people, Kevin, from a psychological perspective, because home ownership in America has always been the American dream. It's sort of been a measure of who we are as people. And so many wonderful people lost their homes because of bad loans. And I have to say that the blame goes all the way across the board, but it crossed over into business. I consult with a lot of businesses, and, businesses were affected because people lost their homes, people's credit got affected. So there's a direct link between the finance world in business and the real estate crisis, and now, of course, with lending changes, Fannie and Freddie making changes in lending, FHA making changes in lending, this whole impact of what happened in America with the real estate crisis is still not over, and we're in almost 2016.
Yeah, and I'm afraid it's going to continue to have a ripple effect. And I worry a lot about the kind of actions that they took, particularly in the Dodd-Frank realm. That's actually going to continue to create a fragile environment, because one of the best ways of making sure that loans are even good is by making sure there's relationship banking involved. And Dodd-Frank significantly undermined that.
Well, there was this theory, which was a wrong theory, that everybody in America should own a home.
Mm-hmm.
So let's print money, let's deregulate, and let's let it happen. And then I remember, true story, about 5 years ago, there's a woman that came to me in Las Vegas, God love her, who was in housekeeping at one of the hotels. And the most she ever made was $31,000 a year, and she owned 5 homes.
Mm.
And she was upset that they were being foreclosed on. And I said to her, ma'am, no disrespect, but you maybe shouldn't have even owned 1 home, let alone 5 homes. So there are abuses across the way, all across the line.
Yeah, no question about it. So going forward, what do you see happening long-term to correct this?
A couple things I'm concerned about. I think that the Americans in general, even the ones that lost everything, if they're able to get a new home and get the loan that fits into their budget, I think they'll fall into the same trap because it's just the way we are as Americans. Obviously the lenders are being stricter, which they should be. I don't want to see, and I'm concerned about, Wall Street again is in the game. Insurance companies are getting in the game again. I'm concerned that history has a tendency to repeat itself. We must evaluate all time our finances. We have to recognize what was amazing about what we saw in America is nobody, and I'm telling you, man, no matter how much people made, had no rainy day money, nothing put away, nothing. And the baby boomers are the worst when it comes to that.
Yes, no question about that.
So we got to be careful with that because otherwise we could have another crisis.
Bob Massi, thanks so much for being with us. His website is Bob Massi, that's MASSI.com, legal analyst on the Fox News channel, and thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me on, and I appreciate it. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah, you bet. Same to you. Brendan Neef, he's a regular contributor on The Price of Business. He's already in the studio. I'm looking forward to chatting with him here next, right here on The Price of Business.